Hello everybody, my name is Hunter555, you can call me Hunter. It's Sunday, it's December 1st. Merry Christmas! I like Christmas. If you're new here, I really like Christmas. I'm sure that was common knowledge by now, but in case it wasn't, I do like Christmas. So I have been looking forward to today. Since probably about February, maybe January. Might have been looking forward to it since last December. Right. Hello, Minipacks. We'll say hello to Minipacks properly in just a second. They are in voice chat with me. Hello, Glam Pixie. Hello, J Price. Hello, Cosmic. Hello, True Purple. Mythical Star with the 30-month resub. This is indeed a Hunter stream. Minipacks entering month 9 of a 12-month gift sub from Cosmic. Thank you, Cosmic and Minipacks. Superfast Feg, hello. Xpol, hello. Xpol gifting a tier 1 sub to True Purple and Superfast Feg. Elcorn resubscribing for 31 months. Elcorn, I do hope you're not the one who was driving. Elcorn knows what I'm talking about. 100 bits from J Price. I think that would be when the hype train. No, not quite. What else have we got? Elcorn doing all the shout-outs, thank you. Elcorn, Mythical on a 110 stream streak, because I tried to catch her out. And somehow she was awake. 100 bits for True Purple. Thank you, True Purple. Then there was a bit of a hype train. Level 1 hype train, thank you. Superfast Fair got a 7 stream streak. Oh, Sweet Pea driving. Okay. I didn't realise Sweet Pea could drive, to be honest. And now, hello, Minipacks.
Hello.
So I do have a
This
pack.
stream must be very far behind.
My bitrate is currently showing as unstable, so a bit like my
Yeah,
main
well,
state.
on
So-
stream, you were just saying hi to everyone
Oh, jeez.
in the chat.
Your stream is very far behind.
Yeah. But
Um,
hello, chat. Long time no see.
It does feel like it's been a while. I don't think it's actually been. When was my last stream? My last stream was bingo at an unusual time, which was partially an attempt to catch Mythical out, which would have been cruel of me. However, I am cruel where Mythical is concerned, in fairness. However, she happened to be awake. Just, I think, dumb luck, mostly. Had got caught
I
up
do
with
wonder
something.
if Mythical actually sleeps sometimes.
Yeah, I wonder that as well. Mythical,
Like,
do you ever sleep?
I have a button on my stream deck named Mythical that tells me what time Mythical is. And sometimes when I see messages come in, I glance at it and just like, what on earth?
Elcorn's streak has been reset. Must have been the last stream. Elcorn must have missed it.
Yeah, I missed the last one as well.
Did you?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think. I may have popped in. There's a chance I popped in, but I don't remember doing so.
On the 20th of November.
Oh, that was like days ago. I can't remember that far back. Oh, this time of year.
That was a Wednesday stream. Why would I have streamed in... Oh, I had the day off. Thinking, why did I stream at an unusual time for Mythical that day? And it's because I had that day off. So, I had just some free time. Hello, Addy! It's not like I saw you earlier today or anything. Right. Welcome back to the Desert Hamlet. No longer the Desert Shack, it's now the Desert Hamlet, because I have changed a bit. I'm stood on a building that wasn't here last time. This is my tower.
I hope you have a sign that you update every time you upgrade your thing.
Well, like
Your
on this
town
date I
name.
became...
No. So the shack should be like a bamboo sign with Desert Shack, and then you should go to some fancier wood sign with Desert Hamlet, and then you'll have to do a custom map art for the next one, and then you'll need like maybe a banner sign for the one after that.
I haven't been doing that, no.
I just hope you do.
Owner the Polar, hello! Pax, please remember how little time I have.
No, shan't.
Anyway, back on track. This tower here, which I'm quite happy with how it looks, and has used all my lapis, is purely it's lit up by one torch, and it is purely for this. Oh, do you have a copy of my head, Pax?
Uh, no, but you can get a copy of your head. You can just buy one
Oh,
with a
yes,
gold
I
ingot.
can, can't I? Have I? I haven't made any sales. It's like they've stopped buying sand and sandstone.
Well, it's been fairly quiet on the server. I think
Mm.
everyone's in Christmas holiday mode, and like
Oh,
I haven't been playing much, and I think it's the same for everyone really.
time is an allusion, not an illusion. Time is an allusion.
It's a flat circle.
As opposed to what? A round? A round
What
circle?
what what did you say space was the other day in response to me doing that?
Oh god, yeah. What was it? Time is a flat circle and space is um. Oh, I've completely forgotten now. Oh, I wish I'd
Yeah, I
remembered
can't
that.
remember.
That would have been a good thing to have like as a quote. Anyway, so
Yeah.
I've got that tower. I've also put in some paths. These paths are nothing fancy. They are literally normal sandstone. That being said, I've used up most of my sand supply just to make these paths because 4 sand equals 1 sandstone because that is a balanced recipe. Um, in fairness, it is a fairly balanced recipe. Um, and then the stairs are smooth sandstone because I figured I'd splash out on the stairs. I've also put in just some little water features because I don't have enough lapis for everything. So I'm using water where I can't necessarily have lapis. I've also put in this other villager hut. It is literally identical apart from the missing lapis block. That's because I don't have any lapis. Um,
Do you want lapis?
Pardon?
Do you want lapis?
I mean, if you're offering me free lapis, I'll take it.
I didn't say it was free. I didn't say that.
It was implied. I'm accepting free lapis.
I will trade lapis for sand.
Sand does go in the stone cutter. Well, no, sandstone goes in the stone cutter to become sand on this server. I don't think that's a vanilla thing.
Definitely not vanilla.
But I don't think sand will go in the sand cutter, in the stone cutter to turn it into. No, it
What?
doesn't. But normal sandstone can go.
What are you trying to turn the sand into?
No, it was Ola the Polar raising it. As a query, thought sand could go in the
Oh.
stone cutter to turn into sandstone. I think.
No, the stone cutter only really turns things into lower items. There are a couple of things like if you put stairs in there, you can turn them back into blocks. But basically,
You
anything that
can?
would want to go from many. Yes, it's a recipe thing to allow us to
Oh, we
recycle
can do
items.
that.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant that was a vanilla thing.
No.
Like, wait, what? That's a very powerful thing. Um,
No, it's something that I very much enjoy because I accidentally craft things constantly.
I have also made quite a bit of progress on my sourcing system. So this is where we're at currently. I mean, actually no, we're here, but I took a break from it just because I need a lot of resources again that I am at the moment struggling for. Uh, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more layers that I have to work on. Technically, there's stuff missing from this layer, but it's a couple of lanterns and a sandstone slab, and this layer is a couple of chains and a sign. Like there's the odd bit and piece that I'm not too worried about. This is the next layer I'm working on. It's getting dark. We're here, but I thought I was over there. Over here, not over there. I'm always here, but I'm rarely there. Guys. It's too late for that. I've also just remembered that I'm supposed to have chat bridge enabled. I nearly said something very different there.
What bridge?
uh, definitely chat bridge. Definitely not any other kind of bridge. Definitely chat bridge. Right. So, I said chat bridge. That's all I said. This might be an After Dark stream.
I kind of agree with Cosmic.
Hey, at least I put 18
I
plus in the
definitely
stream
heard it.
title.
You did, which would allow you to say it, though it's still the incorrect name. And I don't want to subscribe to that service.
Polar, I mean, I'm guessing that that's Puzzled Slime emotes because of the name of the emotes, but I can't actually see what the emotes
Yeah,
are. I've just got a puzzle one, hee. So I'm
me too.
assuming it's oh, I'm blanking on the name. It will be Puzzled Slime's mascot giggling or smirking or something. But I'm blanking on it. It's Goober. That's the name, Goober. It's Goober.
It's
Why
weird
can't I
that
see
has
that?
come through in text.
Yeah, why can't I see that?
Because Twitch made a boo-boo problem.
Right. So I need to build a stable because I've got a ridiculous number of camels. I'm beginning to think I need to start selling camels. Do you think there's a market for camels?
Not from me, but I'm sure other people like camels.
Right. There is no market for camels, is what I'm hearing.
Well, why am I the only person who's worth marketing to? That's a bit weird.
Yeah,
Not
no.
quite that rich.
You're the only person worth marketing camels to. Give it a try. What can go wrong?
That's true.
Yeah, I could waste my time.
Well, is it wasting your time? You're just taking a few camels through to the spawn island, putting them there, and putting a sign on them that says "Give me money." You know,
Yeah,
if the camels just sit there,
that's very true. This is all very, very true.
pretty easy.
Right. Stable.
It's not like horses where you have to like do lots of silly things to get the best ones.
Yeah. That's 2 away from that, and that is 2 away from that.
Just accidentally almost drank some vinegar. That
Vinegar?
wouldn't have been fun. Yep, I picked up a bottle of vinegar where I was supposed to pick up my glass of drink. Thankfully, the vinegar had the top on.
Yeah, that is probably for the best. Is this vinegar that is safe for human consumption? Because
yeah, well, technically it's non-brewed condiment. It's what they give you in a chippy instead of vinegar.
Okay, no, that's...
But yes, it's safe for human consumption, but not pleasant for human consumption.
No, I didn't think it would be. But my concern was more: would you have poisoned yourself by drinking it?
Nah, I may have felt slightly bilious, but that would have been a reaction to taste.
I mean, I didn't sleep very well because I was feeling quite rough, and I think I ate something yesterday that didn't agree with me. It was one of the local town's Christmas fairs yesterday.
You ate an entire town's local fair. Well, that's probably a problem.
No, that's not quite what I ate. They have what we, and I mean when I say what my family call it, you will be just like, well, of course you got ill from that. There is always a suspicious sausage stand.
Oh, is it sold by Dibbler?
Who?
CMOT Dibbler?
I don't know
Cut
that
my own
name.
throat Dibbler and his suspicious sausage stand.
I don't understand this reference.
Have either of your parents read Terry Pratchett still? Because that is a
Yes.
Terry Pratchett reference.
Yes. Yes, they have. We've got a lot of Terry Pratchett books in the house.
Yeah, CMOT Dibbler is a character from there.
Oh. No, Mythical, I'm not. Will you deliver the camel, but you can't teleport it? I want a non-warped camel, so you will have to ride it.
I would like a space camel if you can figure that out for me.
You're not getting a non. If you want a camel, you can have a camel. It's getting warped. You can
You're
have a
going to make
warped
the
camel,
camel
and
do the
that's it.
time warp?
Say again?
You're going to make the camel do the time warp?
Yes. That reference I did understand.
To be honest, you'd have had to give in your LGBT card
Yeah,
if you hadn't
I
got that
know.
one.
I know. Is that an impulse camel then, rather than a warp camel? That took me half a second. That took half a second to process through.
I had to process that one as well because my
Yeah.
brain went to Impulse SV
Yeah, so
as
did mine.
opposed to Star Trek.
That's why I was confused, because my brain went to Impulse SV first. Warping camels lowers their price. Does it now? Does it really?
How about hyper camels?
Do we have hyper travel on this server?
I mean, I can build a hyper travel machine. Doc's done one. It's not impossible.
Did you just compare yourself to Doc?
No, I said I could build things that Doc built.
Okay.
It's not quite the same as comparing myself to.
No, I suppose not. Right. Does cut sandstone go in a stone cutter and turn into what I
People want a
want?
camel, they go into the hyper machine and they have to travel like 6 million blocks to go and pick up their camel and then ride it home.
It doesn't give
How
me
you get a
what I
hyper
want. Does
camel?
normal sandstone? Yes, normal sandstone does.
Hate it
Can
when
I
programs update and then
gate
change
the
the.
camels there?
Yeah, but you need 2 high gates, I think. With camels, isn't it?
I meant Stargate, but
Okay. I thought you were asking an actual question. You
no.
are building a building to house
I
camel.
am building a building. Right. I
Camelot.
had. Oh yeah, I was talking about my suspicious sausages. Yeah. So. Shut up. So yeah. So this place has a German. It's a German sausage stand. So they do bratwurst, they do currywurst, they do a spiced sausage, which I think is called like Krakauer or something. But I've always eaten there at this Christmas fair every year and never had any problems. And I'm just wondering if maybe I just got unlucky this year. And I just happened to get an off sausage. I think Addy must have got an off sausage as well because he wasn't feeling 100% either. Phrasing has been intentional this entire time. Just in case there was any doubt. For the avoidance of doubt, the innuendo is intentional.
This.
Makes note, Hunter got unlucky with a suspicious sausage. Whose emote is that? Crypt Notes? Or is that just a Twitch emote? I've never seen that one before.
Tier 1 sub emote. Blind IRL. But blind IRL? I think that's what it is.
Oh yeah, Blind IRL. I've never heard of Blind IRL. I'm not familiar with that.
No.
Cosmic, do you have an alternate stream community that you hang around in? Have you been hanging out with other communities? Chat, Cosmic's cheating on us. I hope you'll join me in being outraged.
I mean, maybe Cosmic is collecting other communities for us to absorb.
You know those gift subs you get when you have never even visited their channel? One of those.
Yeah, Yeah, one of those where you watch someone. So it happens quite frequently on a Saturday with Elcorn stream because I quite often go and do stuff before the end of Elcorn stream,
Mm.
and then I'll come back like 3 or 4 hours later, and there'll just be several people I've never heard of, like streams I pass through,
Yeah, I've had that happen a few times as well.
and every now and again I'll get subs from them.
What throws me off is it's when I sit in the stream of someone I do know, but they raid someone I don't know. Alcon's whistling innocently. Um, yeah, when they then raid into someone I don't know. Scotsman has done that a few times. Just just raided someone who I've never heard of before, and I'm just like, who is this person? Who is this person Scotsman's having a Twitch affair with? Scotsman's not here to defend the fact that he's having an affair. So perhaps it's a bit mean of me to say that he's having an affair. You may have
Depends how
noticed
much
that
you
that
want to
didn't.
stir things around.
Yeah, I mean, I am known for being a bit of a shit stirrer, both on and off Twitch.
I mean, we could just not mention it, and then next time Scott streams, we just all go and say we've heard you having an affair, and just totally confuse him.
we would never do something that cruel, would we? Hey chat.
I would. I don't know about anyone
Hey
else.
chat. We've just had a brilliant suggestion come in from loyal, long-time viewer and artist of the channel, Minipax. Scotsman is next due to stream, I believe, tomorrow. Glampixie, you're probably the best
Monday,
person to correct
usually.
me if that's wrong. If he's cancelled tomorrow for some reason.
Though I don't know if I'll be around because I've got to come back from Liverpool.
5:30 p.m. GMT tomorrow. So 5:30 p.m. GMT on Monday, the 2nd of December. We should all show up in Scotsman's channel and accuse him of having an affair. He's gonna hate us so much. Ola the Polar is just saying, but but what?
Seymour.
I just to confirm, Scotsman's never been on the like had an affair whilst in a relationship with him, right? They weren't in an affair, were they? Like he's never had that happen, has he? That he's mentioned. I know he doesn't really talk about his personal life.
Not that he's mentioned to me.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it mentioned on stream.
Yeah. Just double checking because that could be a particularly unpleasant joke. Who's this Scot man you speak of as I don't know them? Could we get a shout out for Scotsman, please, in the chat? Scotsman is a member of the I.D.I.O.T.I.C server. Glampixie is not making a joke about Ola's comment, but is instead referring to the whole affair.
Yeah, I think Glam would be better, would know more than a lot more than a lot of us.
Probably, but you're the one I have in active voice chat. Yeah, Scotsman is a member of the server and very awesome regular in the community. I couldn't find the right adjective. Thank you for the shout out for Scots. If you're not following Scotsman, fix that mistake. Scotsman streaks. I mean, Scotsman does streak through my channel very regularly, but he also streams just about every weekday, 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. UK time. Once a week from Idiotic, and then 4 times a week usually from his. How long's it been going for now? I think the answer is a while. Like
I have absolutely no idea, to tell you the truth.
I think like his single player world is like what 4 years now, or 4 years in January, I think.
Well, my brain was saying 3, so if it's 4 years in January, that would make sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That it's 4 years in January. Thinking about it, I don't really know this channel. Somehow just popped along and never left it. No, I think I was raided by Slime I was raided by a puzzled slime like once, then returned the favour, and you just ended up getting pulled into this community slightly, which is how most of us ended up here, I think, to be fair. I challenge someone to prove that they joined this community willingly. They weren't just brought along for the ride.
Well, I think it depends what you mean by the community.
Yeah,
because if you're talking about idiotic and the Finite Inn, I think we definitely joined it willingly. We quite literally went and created the Discord, which is pretty willing.
I don't know what you're talking about, Pax. I had no part in any Discord creation.
If you mean the greater community, I think we all just got drawn in.
Yeah. Scotsman's last stream title was Year 3, Day 333.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like January then.
Yeah, January will be 4 years then. He's been doing this world for a long time. Elkhorn was dragged kicking and screaming. Elkhorn's words. Elkhorn knows those words are bullshit. I'm really just now hoping that Elkhorn is wearing headphones.
That's Elcon's problem. You have an 18+ tag on your stream.
This is true. This is true. I don't need to care about Elkhorn's family. Bad phrasing. Very bad phrasing. Ola was kidnapped to be here. I mean, yes, but I didn't do the kidnapping. Elkhorn, if your family can hear me, I do care about them. Just so we're clear.
And if they can't hear you?
And if they can't hear me, that was all lies to make them feel better. And if they can hear me, that bit was a lie. Rinse and repeat. As necessary. Right. I need...
Wibbly line of which you create.
I need hay bales. I should have hay bales.
Didn't I give you a load of hay bales?
That's why I should have hay bales. But I don't have a storage system yet. So they're just going to be in a chest. So at the moment, I've just got random groups of chests. There's my hay bales. Right. I don't have one of those, I'm afraid. You either have to know when you're followed, or get very lucky. It's mostly to avoid... there are some people who just come in and will just spam those commands, and I just cannot be bothered with those people. So I just don't have the commands. Oh! I accidentally ran my horse into a wall. The people who actually, like, want to stick around generally aren't going to be concerned about the absence of those commands, so...
I do like when using StreamerBot, you can look up that information in the background. Like, if you want it, you can find it. One thing I do like about StreamerBot.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Oh.
J Price is concerned about it. I'm sure you are, J Price. I'm sure you're not just saying that because I've just said that you're not concerned about it. Because you would never do a thing like that.
Yeah, bruh. I just have to say that when I hear J Price's name sometimes.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Did you make an uncamelable place or something?
I made a staircase! I've made a staircase out!
Oh.
I made staircases out! So
there we go.
The camel has just climbed out!
Yeah, I've just got to that bit in your stream.
Where did the camel go? Oh, there it is. Thanks for noticing and saying, True Purple. Thanks for pointing it out. Really appreciate
So
that.
we know what True Purple's like with these sort of things. I think I'm right in saying it was True Purple who did that to Elcombe with the sign, wasn't it?
I think it was, yes. She's
The
menacing.
advancement land.
I've just said she. I don't actually know if you are a she, True Purple, because it's just now occurred to me. I don't actually know what pronouns you use. My head is saying she. That was Cal, apparently, who did it.
Oh, is it Cal? Okay.
How did... Stop! Get back in there. No, no, you don't. 1, 2. I've definitely put 3 in here. How did it get out again? How did you get out again?
Can they walk? I seem to remember there being, unless it got fixed, that they could get out over the
Oh, they can climb
what's it called?
gates.
Yeah, the gates. That's what I said before. You mentioned something about a gate camel, and I was like, oh, you need it too high. That's what I meant.
Stupid camels. Beginning to think these camels are more effort than they're worth. True Purple is a she, and it was Kel. You're going back in that pen if it's the last thing I do. That is a very good point, Ola. I could just move the existing gate up 1 block.
Yep, too high gate.
I'll have to test the horse can't get out.
The host shouldn't be able to.
Admittedly, the horse is currently... I mean, whilst I don't have a problem with the usage of the reference to me being a dum-dum, I am surprised that Automod did not catch that as bullying. Considering it will take Ginger as bullying, I am surprised it won't take Dum Dum as bullying.
Yeah, bit weird.
But again, it's not as though I actually had an issue with it. Right. 1, 2, 3.
For some reason, I have the beautiful South stuck in my head.
You have what?
The beautiful South. The band artist.
I've
The
recognised the
music
name,
people.
but I'm blanking on any of their songs.
Don't Marry Her is probably one of the most famous ones.
Beautiful South, beautiful South.
And on the radio, it was Don't Marry Her, Have Me. Off the radio, it was Fuck Me in the end.
Rotterdam!
Yep, Rotterdam's another one.
That's
yep.
the song I know.
Liverpool or Rome.
Yes, I know that song.
If you don't know Don't Marry Her, I'd be very surprised. At
I
least,
probably
like, it's just
know
one
it
of
and
those
just
songs
don't
that's
know the
hanging
title.
around in the ether.
Yeah, I probably know it and just don't know the title. There's a lot of songs where I've heard the songs, but I don't know what the title of the song is.
I'm attempting not to sing on stream right now, so
You can sing on stream. I
I'm
don't mind.
trying not to.
Yeah, I don't mind.
It's not you I was thinking of.
I know it's not you that you're thinking of. I know full well that it's yourself. Perfect 10 was probably one of the biggest hits. Thanks for those songs I was singing all night now, says Cosmic. You're welcome,
You're
Cosmic.
welcome. Yeah, I've got a few weird songs in my head. I went to the gym before and it was completely empty. I've never had it completely to myself before, probably because I went late, and I ended up just like enjoying the gym music, which I normally can't hear over the sounds of gym machines. So I've got like random songs in my head.
I wish I lived a little closer to a gym. I currently, because
Is
of
there
where...
not one near work?
Yes, but... And it's a fairly big caveat for me. The one near work, one of my colleagues goes to after work. And
Then you'd have to go before work.
yeah, he's a big gym buff, so he will still be there when I finish. Need more songs for Idiotic Christmas album, and Christmas is coming up soon, says Mythical.
Yeah, if you want me to do things like that, unfortunately, you have to catch me in like July.
I wondered what month was coming there.
I was gonna go for September, but even September starts getting busy. August isn't bad.
Yeah, August is about the end of your I can do what I want time.
Well, thanks to interesting decisions the EU's made, I may have more free time soon. Yeah, there's this new safety thing the EU's put in place, and it basically means we've got to pretty much anyone who's a small business outside the, well, even people inside the EU, it's affecting, but basically anyone who's a small business is effectively having to cut Europe, just like EU, not Europe, let the EU go and just not sell to the EU.
That's a big block.
Yep. From the 13th of December, so we don't really know what's going to happen business-wise, but it's going to be tough times. But yeah, they basically put rules in place that are supposed to be safety rules, but it's one of those that's really obvious been caught by bureaucrats who are on a cash grab. And basically, so for example, we sell handmade products. We would have to get laboratory testing for every one of the products we sell.
Bloody hell.
Because they're handmade, we'd have to have it on a by piece basis. Each one of those would cost about £500 to £600.
What?
We would have to have a representative inside the EU for our business, which would be a few £1,000s a year. And we would have to have labeling on all of our products that are written in the language of the country that you're sending to, which means we would have to put country labels for every country we sold to and print them off bespoke every time we sent an item. It's just completely prohibitive. So
that would put how much would that jack up your prices?
well, as I say, because it's a per item basis and we sell a lot of unique items, like it would literally put £600 on top of an item.
Jesus.
Because we'd have to get that physical item laboratory tested. Even the likes of dice trays, you have to get every SKU tested. So we have a dice tray with a decorative strap and one with a badge ribbon, and like each one of those also has a dice pod. So that's 4 items. It would be £2,400 to get that item certified, and then we have 6 designs. So
just to clarify, does this impact businesses in the EU as well?
So it is impacting businesses in the EU, but they are their own representatives, and the restrictions are, yeah, exactly. It doesn't even factor that in. But the restrictions for laboratory testing are somewhat lower for items sourced inside the EU. So, for example, we buy leather from the EU. If we were still in the EU, we would be able to just pass on those notes effectively. We'd be able
Oh.
to say we make things out of this leather that we bought here, and we wouldn't have to do the lab testing.
Well,
So
hold
as
on a
long as our
second. The leather you buy is from the EU anyway, but they still
yeah
make you test it because we're not in the EU anymore.
yes, because it has left the EU.
I don't understand governments.
Well, it's a cash grab.
Mm.
All these companies have sprung up, charging people thousands of pounds to host to be hosts for them. And a lot of them are linked to government to EU officials and things. And lots of people are making a lot of money on laboratory testing. That's like all this new stuff. That's
Ah.
it's just a cash grab. It really is. The one thing that we are hoping is that it'll be reversed quite quickly, because it's basically going to make a desert out of the EU, because every seller of small, medium, and lower just aren't going to deal with the EU. Everyone's just leaving. Everyone's just abandoning the EU. So yeah,
Now,
didn't mean to bring things down by mentioning that. That was
no,
supposed
that's
to be a
fine.
throwaway
That's fine.
comment, and it got a bit in depth.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Ola, my immediate reaction is to ask who you mean by they. I am not going to ask that question because I don't want to get onto politics. Most of the people here are here to avoid that kind of topic. So as much as I am generally more than happy to get into a political discussion, not on stream. To be blunt.
We can do off.
Yeah. What? What was that? Sorry.
I said we frequently talk about
Oh,
it off stream,
yeah, no, we
but not on
frequently
stream.
go on very long rants off stream, but we try and keep it off stream so people who are trying to escape the real world, understandably, don't have to endure it. And it's also political discourse is not what I want this channel to be. Streaming is my hobby. I want my hobby to be fun. Political discourse is rarely fun. Um, unless you're in an echo chamber, then it's fine. Right.
Yeah, that's never caused any problems for anyone.
Right then.
That's a terrible photo.
Etsy increased taxes too? It's just something else that's been mentioned.
Depends what you mean. Etsy have now got higher regulations inside the EU. So one of the things I've just discussed what is like at what we would have to do, Etsy also have to do stuff. So they have this standing charge thing that they just put on anyone who lives in certain blocks. Like basically, if you live anywhere other than the US, you get just this random extra tax added onto everything you sell. And I would be willing to bet Etsy's just probably double that for the entire EU. I don't know much about it because as soon as I heard about this, it was like, oh great, now we just lose Europe, and I just turned it off. But
Right. I need. Oh,
I think keep saying Europe. It's not Europe, it's EU. So there's still plenty of European countries.
I do appreciate that Europe and the EU are not interchangeable, but when you say Europe, I am substituting the word EU in my head.
Yeah, a lot of people do. It's why I keep doing it and then having to clarify it.
I'm gonna need glowstone. I don't have a large amount of glowstone.
I have a lot of clothes.
How much are you offering it for?
Well, I've probably got about 10 shulkers of dust. I can't, is it 4 per glowstone per dust?
Yes.
So I've got a couple of shulkers of glowstone then.
Okay. Um, how much are you offering it for?
Um, Let me check my pricing index.
Do you actually have that?
I do, yes. Would you like me to share it?
I mean, no, you don't need to. Merry Christmas, all. Merry Christmas indeed. What? Hey, What's Christmas without a bit of capitalism? We've got to get all those capitalists truly corrupt before they get visited by 4 different ghosts. 5 if Muppets are involved. And for the record, the Muppets version is the best version of A Christmas Carol. If there was any doubt about that, Muppets Christmas Carol is the best adaptation of that book.
I disagree, but that's because I'm weird about Muppets.
Yes, you are. You're also wrong.
Though for some reason I like Fraggles. Why is that? Never figured out.
Yeah, I don't know
Like
why
Fraggles.
you are
Fraggles
okay
don't
with
like
Fraggles,
Muppets.
because Fraggles are Muppets. I don't know. I don't know why you're okay with the Fraggles.
I've never figured it out. It didn't even occur to me that was a weird thing until one day I was talking with Lewis, and Lewis was just like, they're made by the same people. They're
Yeah.
basically still puppets, and I was like, yeah, I agree. Don't
So,
know why.
what I had when I was younger was, and I don't remember, and this is how young I was. I don't remember if this was VHS or DVD. I think it was VHS. Was and you will probably have heard of this at least, Pax. I doubt the Americans or the non-Brits will have heard of this, but you might have done. Teletots?
Yeah, I know the Teletubbies.
Yeah.
I don't forget my
Well, yes, no, I know. That's why I had a feeling you'd
yeah.
probably have heard of it. But so I had like I think a VHS of Teletots, which was basically just a selection of kids shows. To simplify what it was a selection of kids shows on like
Was it
when
ITV?
pardon, sorry.
Was it ITV Teletubbies?
I think it was ITV before it became CITV. I think it was Teletots. But they'd have like so they had an episode of different shows. So they had an episode of oh, I'm gonna sound like I've gone insane when I name some of these shows. I think they had Mop Top Shop. Um, I'm gonna actually look it up because I'm going to misremember these. Um, oh yeah, so Dog and Duck, Hilltop Hospital, Maisie. What else did they have? Uh, the Animal Shelf.
Don't
Teddy
remember that one.
Bears. What
Remember that one.
else? Mob Top Shop, yeah. Little Ghost, Ripley and Scuff. Now this is sending me really far back. But then they had one that I didn't realise who it was, but they had one called Construction Site, which is a Jim Henson program. That I did not know existed until my brain just went, "Hey, do you remember that like one episode of like an animated construction site that wasn't Bob the Builder that you saw when you were younger?" And yes, my brain does function that way. That is how I remembered this show. Because I remembered that I'd once seen an animated show that looked, I think it was stop motion, that was not Bob the Builder. I don't think Teletots weirdly had Tots TV. I feel it
No,
was.
Teletots was a specific program,
Yeah,
whereas Tots TV was like was
wrong
like
way
a
round.
group of.
Wrong way round.
Okay, other way around. Yeah, I said it the wrong way. But yeah, it was like one was a like a lot of shows, like a time where
Yeah,
shows were aired,
Teletots was
and the
basically
other
like
one
a
was.
time frame of a selection of shows, such as the ones I listed. Whereas Tots TV was a specific show that I want to say it taught maths, English, and French. I know it taught French.
Was Teletots Teeny Tom and Tiny? Was that
No,
one Teletots?
Tots TV was Teeny Tom and Tiny.
Was it?
Teletots, which is the time frame, not the actual
Oh,
show.
yeah, I'm just gonna get them the wrong way around. We said Tots too much
Yeah,
now.
I know. Yes, it was Teeny Tom and Tiny. We're the Tots on Tots TV. 1, 2, 3.
Une, deux, trois.
Yeah. Exactly. Which is how, and it's because because one of them, the girl, I think, was French. So I'm fairly convinced that it taught French to like young kids. Basic French. Like came out in
I
2001, so DVD. Um, Coming out in 2001 is not a guarantee that something came out on DVD. Just so we're clear.
remember when we went to Spain with my little sister and she suddenly started speaking Spanish. We all got very confused until a few pointed questions we realised it was from Dora the Explorer. She'd been watching Dora Explorer for a couple of years and she just randomly started speaking Spanish because all these other people were talking Spanish to her. It was very basic Spanish, but
Spanish is Spanish. You're saying really? I don't know if that's a question or if that's a shocked statement at the implication that something could come out in 2001 on VHS.
something came out this year on VHS.
Did it? What came out this year?
Yeah, they just released the new Alien special on VHS.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
She wasn't breaking the fourth wall. Really, Addy? That's what you took away from that?
Well, we're gonna mix Tots TV and or Telly Tots, whichever one it is. I've now said Tots too many times.
Yeah.
We're gonna mix Teeny Tom and Tiny with Deadpool and get something very strange.
Are we?
Yeah, breaking the fourth wall.
Oh. I think Addy was referring to Dora the Explorer.
True. It was a bit weird. Though every time I get a sword for any of my farms, I want to call it Swiper No Swiping. For some reason, like every time.
VHS still exists. Yes. Why are people surprised by that?
I have a VHS player about 3 foot from me.
What?
Admittedly, mostly used to play VHSs and record them onto a more modern medium, but
The thing that surprised me. One, people are surprised by the continued existence of VHS. Two, people being surprised that I am old enough to remember VHS. Like that one.
yeah, but you're just old enough to have been the right age for like those VHS TVs and stuff. You know, the ones that had them built in and that. Because
Yes,
you're similar age to my little sister,
I
and
had
she
a
had those.
separate VHS player.
Yeah.
We never owned a TV that had a VHS player built into it.
These were just like cheap TVs. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people had them in their bedroom that were just like built in, and then
Hello,
then they
J Price.
started bringing them out that they had DVD players installed, and then the DVD players were rubbish.
I've had tiny TV with DVD player in my bedroom, but never VHS. I keep forgetting that shulker box isn't real and that there is powdered snow under it.
My little sister's first console was a PS1. You know what yours was?
Mine was, well, are we talking in general or are we talking like fixed attached to the TV? Because there's a difference.
I'm not talking handheld, if that's what you're
Yeah,
asking
that's
me.
what
I'm not sure entirely what you. Yeah.
I was talking handheld. My first console was the Wii because I've never owned an Xbox or PlayStation in my life. I've had a
My
Wii
little
and a
sister used to play
Switch.
Rugrats on the PS1.
Balls that up. Glampixie is in installing drivers hell. I can't tell if that's in reference to what Glampixie is
You're
currently
still
doing.
sorting your computer out.
Yeah, Pixie, is that something you're currently doing, or is that, fuck's sake, or is that referring to computers 20, 30
I
years ago?
assume it's because Glam Pixie's got a new computer, but
Oh, does Glampixie have a new computer? I didn't realise.
yeah. I don't know why I know that. But
No, I don't know why you know.
obviously picked that information up somewhere.
Yep.
That's a terrible photo.
Oh, ads.
P-
Whoops. I was so sidetracked with conversation, I forgot about my ads. I'm going on break. Back in a few moments.
Pause.
Good night, Cosmic. Sorry. Yeah, and I apologise, Ola, for the fact that my ads ran because I was completely oblivious to the fact that my ads had started. I was invested in conversation. Right.
Me three.
You three.
Me three. Yes.
I know a guy named My Three. Is that who you're referring to?
No.
Right then. I'm still going to apologise because I should have noticed my ads were running. Or, more accurately, my mods should have pointed it out to me.
Don't blame this on us.
Just because you can't keep your own stuff together doesn't mean you have to make us do it.
Exactly.
Also, I'm editing photos.
And what's my other mod's excuse?
I just got here.
My other mod has gone to bed.
And another
Wow.
one's in a car.
Yeah, I'm allowing Elkhorn. I'm making allowances for Elkhorn.
So we
Course.
blame Lewis?
Yeah, I blame Lewis. Lewis is the one that isn't here. Do I have any other mods?
No, not anymore. Unless you've been modding people without noting them.
I mean, stranger things. Stranger things have happened.
That's what I mean. Why do they have to change things?
I don't know.
Because some people like change.
Now there's certain things I like change, but like when you start up a program you've been using for years and all the menus are in different places, that's the wrong sort of change.
Yeah, that
Elkhorn,
makes me crazy.
I'm doing you a favour by making allowances for you. Do not make it sound like you are in a good position to have warned me my ads were running. Because
If you want throwing under a bus,
yeah,
they'll
if
throw
you
you under a
want to be
bus.
thrown under a bus, Elkhorn, we can throw you under a bus. Would you like to be thrown under a bus? That's
That
how
kind of
Elkhorn has told us that he has not been paying attention properly for the past few minutes.
the wording of that went from a saying to kind of sinister.
Yeah, so
Just so you know.
give them 8 ads. Did you get 8 ads? I mean, I've got a 3-minute ad break, so 8 ads, 8 30-second ads, 3 minutes. No, that'd be 6, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, they're not always 30-second ads.
No,
Though.
no, I know. I swear you had 7.
8 is a bit much.
I swear
Hi,
I had
buddy.
more. Sorry, Wolf. I swear I had more hoppers somewhere. Where are my hoppers?
Oh, to answer your question from before, you're in mid-flow, so I didn't disturb you. My pricing index suggests glowstone dust is 24 diamonds a shulker.
24 diamonds a shulker.
Yes.
Might as well just go to the Nether for that price. I'm kidding, by the way.
Hey.
I've been to the Nether exactly once, and that was because you tricked me, Pax.
5, 6, 7.
I didn't trick you. I gave you a way to get there easily.
14, 15, 16, 17,
You asked to come.
21, 22, 23,
42, 67, 94, 128, 34, 96. So when do we point out that Hunter could have just looked on the item list and it would have told?
because I have already placed redstone lamp.
Yeah, it would still tell you how many you need.
Does it tell me how many I still need, or does it tell me the full
Yes.
bill total?
No, it'll tell you. It'll tell you how many you need.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it told me the full total that I need.
No, it says total available and required. So it's the required number will tell you how many more you need.
Loaded schematics. No. Material list. Redstone. I need 58. I don't even need a full stack of glowstone blocks.
Okay.
So, hold on. 24 diamonds for a shulker box.
I can tell you how much the thing says for redstone lamps if you want them as lamps.
Yeah, please.
I do. I have redstone.
I mean, I've got redstone. That's the thing.
1 diamond per 8 redstone lamp.
And I need
So
54.
8 diamonds per stack.
So that'd be 7 diamonds. With 2 redstone lamps spare. Feg is nudging me to the... That's the wrong warp portal. Warp plate.
Everything's... I'll show you the price index. So this is where I keep getting my prices from, because they kind of have been matching what this says. And it's from Togethercraft, but it's a price index of all the items, what they charge, because they've got a
You
thing.
put it
But
in the...
like,
I was so confused. I was like, why can't I click on this link? It's because it's chat bridged.
yes, it's in your stream chat.
S. 1 diamond
I
per
don't only sell shulkers of
128
stuff.
sand. Sandstone, 1 diamond per 64 sandstone. Fairly certain my pricing is currently 1 diamond per 64 for both. I can check. I'm right next to my shop.
Sandstone should be 4 times more than sand because of the...
Because of the conversion.
I don't know where the price index
Sandstone,
agrees.
4 diamonds per stack. Sand, 1 diamond per stack.
Yeah.
Where's the redstone shop?
So, Feg, that is what I was doing. I was looking, but the thing is, the prices have changed because they've added so many more diamonds to the world. Diamonds aren't as valuable as they used to be, and so I looked at shops round the server, and the prices not always, but kind of roughly matched that price index. So because I was just looking for an easy way to price things, because people kept trying to buy things from me. So
8 lamps for 1 diamond.
Pax, can you put that link in the Discord somewhere so that I can find it later?
I can't right now, but I can after I'm finished with beating my head against Lightroom.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so that's exactly the same price as the price you got there, Feg, is exactly the same price that the price index would have suggested. Oh, thanks, Elko.
Feg, I'm assuming that's your shop that you're pointing me to. You haven't got an ATM.
Also, Feg, I'll point out you need to put in community when you're doing shops, because someone else might have been doing that at the same time as you, and I don't think you called it. I don't think anyone was, but
Yeah,
just in case.
I don't think anyone had planned a redstone shop, but probably worth.
Just if you're going to do a shop, just pop it in the chat and in community and say, "Are you okay? Like, I'm doing this if no one minds," and then when it's open, just put it up again.
Oh, that was the link.
Yeah, because the community czar has not been doing her job.
No one's really been doing everything. All of us are just stupidly busy.
Yeah, it's we. Whilst I appreciate we started the server partially on a bit of time pressure to make sure the server got started, we started at a very bad time of year for this community.
Yeah, I said that at the time. I always seem to start things in freaking October just before it gets so busy I can't do anything. So
yeah.
What happened with Vault Hunters last year? Just always seem to manage to start something just when I get stupidly busy.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't help for me that my mental health took a bit of a downward turn around the same time. Nothing to do with actually the server existing, just so that we're clear. Just an unfortunate coincidence that my mental health decided to take a bit of a nosedive as the server really started finding its footing, which meant that my time on the server kind of dropped quite significantly. Oh, that's a powered on redstone lamp. Interesting.
Yeah, I think the one that you're standing on is the one where you can enable and disable the machine behind it.
Yeah.
With a switch. I think if you look, there'll be a redstone switch in front of it or next to it somewhere. Oh, maybe not.
Well,
Maybe it's further
there's a
down.
lever under here somewhere, under there somewhere. I don't know if it's that lever. Right. So that was the redstone lamps.
I have roughly the same storage system, but mine's really heavily modified, so pretty different.
Do I need any more composters? 119 composters are missing.
Yeah. Because once you get towards the top, you have to just coat the machine in
Ah,
composters.
okay, that makes sense. That's fine. Is there any way to?
I mean, I all the time.
No, I wanted to. I wanted to see if there was a way to make it only do the layer I'm on.
Yes. It's usually next to the refresh button. Does that button next to the refresh say anything else when you click it? I'm sure it's there. Hang on, let me get into the game and I'll. I don't have any redstone, any schematics. That's unusual.
Hmm.
Yeah, yours looks different to mine for some reason. I've got refresh and then show and then hide available.
Oh,
Wonder why you haven't got a setting. That's strange. Between refresh and hide available, I've got show all or rendered layers.
Hunter probably broke it.
Let me. What are you on? 19.5. 19.5. We're on the same version.
then where do you go from the main menu? What do you go into?
Schematic placements.
Schematic placements, and then
And then configure and then materials list.
that's why.
Does
Because
it come
I'm
up
not
when you?
in material.
There you
I'm
go.
not in the configure menu. That's why I was in the wrong menu.
Well, I actually go to it by pressing M and P,
M
which
and
takes me
P.
into my. That's my. I don't know if it'll be the same for you, but that's my go into the materials list hotkey. But
I'm missing one redstone lamp apparently.
I wonder why you get a different. Oh,
Because
I
I was in the
wonder if
wrong
you were
place.
looking at you were looking at the material list for something you hadn't for an unplaced
Yeah,
schematic, not a
yeah.
placed schematic. I see. I never do that. That's why I didn't recognize it. I was very confused for a moment there.
Now, do I have more activator rails? I have 4 activator rails. I need 4 activator rails.
I've just figured out why your stream is so far behind.
Why is my stream so far behind, Pax?
Because for some reason, your Twitch is running through a VPN.
I'm fairly certain that that's a your end thing.
Oh, it's definitely a my end thing. I'm just wondering why. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Because you're the kind of person who will randomly run things through VPNs, would be my thought.
Well, I have to have VPNs for some of my work stuff, but I doesn't make sense why I would have Twitch set up in there. When did I last watch Twitch? Did I have issues? Maybe at some point I had issues and enabled it.
I mean, you've always had issues, but that's something different.
It's a different conversation. That's an off-stream conversation.
I mean, you walked into the joke.
Stumbled in.
I may or may not have started playing Subnautica again.
You mean yeah? You mean you have?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I've started playing Subnautica again. Just possibly. just perhaps have I
I
started
don't
earlier
think I
today.
could. I'm not sure I could play Subnautica. I think I've watched it too much.
Well, that's the why I've started playing it again. Because I started watching I.D.I.T.I.C playthrough of it, and it just made me want to to play the original again. And I know there's another one coming out next year, but that's coming out next year. It's not
Next
next
year's
year.
only a month away.
Yeah, but I suspect, given that they're telling us that it comes out in 2025, they're not giving me anything more specific than that. I suspect it's not coming out at the start of 2025.
Yeah, if it was first quarter, there would already be a rough release
Yeah.
and release date and stuff. It'll probably be third quarter, in time for Christmas, I imagine. Just a guess.
I don't like having that list there, I don't think. I'm going to need to make a load more hoppers again. Also missing my torches.
Oh, what time is it in Texas? Not time yet.
What time is it in Texas? Not time. Because that's the
By
thing.
the way, if anyone is vaguely interested, I'm having to go back to my old sleep schedule until the end of December.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Is
be.
that due to work?
So you'll actually be
On,
up when I am? That's exciting.
I'll be on US time again. Yeah. Because I can't manage the customer service stuff in UK time. I've tried, but it's not working. So,
Mythical?
any of the people that are around from today, you'll probably see me around in US time.
I mean, I see you around regardless. Alcon. Woohoo? Perhaps? Maybe woohoo?
I mean, it'll be nice to catch up with the people I don't get to talk to very often. For example, yourself, Alcon. Assuming you're around at some point. I don't know what your life is like right now.
I lose my
But
one friend that was on when I was.
I'm not going to miss I'm going to miss the sun. In UK, this time in the UK, the sun doesn't come up until like 9 and doesn't and goes down about the time I get up. When I'm on US time, so
Yeah,
I
I was
just
about to
don't
say.
see the sun for us.
Yeah. I'm lucky enough to just catch the sun on my drive in the morning, and then I don't
Are
stay in
you
the
muted,
office.
Hunter?
Yes, I am.
That
Don't
makes
know
sense. Was I
why.
interrupting you a lot?
No. You were talking. I wasn't deafened, I was muted. You were talking, so I was letting you talk. Stream could still hear me.
Okay. Yeah, well, I figured you were muted when I hit the unmute button on stream. I could hear your voice, and I couldn't unmute.
Yeah, no, I think it's only been for the last few minutes. I don't know why. Oh no, I know why. It's because I used M and P to open the Mathematica menu, and whenever I use M for anything, it mutes as well.
Yeah, I've got my mute button over on my keypad, so I don't do that.
Yeah, I might need to change that as well if I'm going to start.
Or you could change the MMP.
Well, yeah, that is an alternate option, but it's
I used
easier
to use KNL. I don't know why it went back to MMP.
It'll be easier to remember to change mute than to change open schematic configuration menu whenever I have to recreate my instance. I'm just thinking like personal. This is how my head works.
This is the way the head works.
Right, now is as good a time as any to just remind people that starting tomorrow, I am on jury service.
Dun dun dun.
I mean, I wasn't going to go for that, but yeah, sure. I was thinking more Law and Order clunk, but I can't actually do the noise, so...
Gunk gunk.
Yeah, that. That. So I will be around still. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm not going to be streaming at all for 2 weeks because that's coming as a surprise when my streams are all over the place. Because
I was going to say normally we would notice, but
yeah, at the moment you won't. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it could be that I don't do anything and I just spend the entire time sat in the courthouse waiting room reading and being slightly bored.
From my experience of what people have told me, because I haven't actually done it, but from what people have told me, the most likely reaction is you'll get one tiny little silly case that's like an afternoon. That's it.
Yeah, I don't imagine I'm going to be particularly busy, but in the event that I end up on something that lasts more than an hour, I don't want to stream and then say something I'm not supposed to. Because I'm good at that. I'm good at putting my foot in it.
But I think it'd be funny to see how hard it would be for you to keep your mouth shut.
This is the other reason I won't be streaming, as J Price has kindly demonstrated. I know what you lot are like. So, I know that because I actively don't want to break the law, you guys will try and encourage me to break the law. Just to be clear, what I'm saying with regards to not wanting to like share stuff that I'm not supposed to share, I will be committing a crime if I do. Just so you guys
Minor
are aware.
details.
You guys are terrible friends. Utterly terrible people.
But we're also the people that help you bury the body, apparently.
Exactly.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Elkhorn, you live in a much bigger place than I do. Though that being said, my cousin, who I'd forgotten served jury duty, served on a rape trial. Quite quite an unpleasant one, from what I've been informed. Elkhorn, I did not realise you did jury duty. I mean, obviously jury service is going to be different between our two countries, but still, I didn't realise that you'd done it.
You're not doing it at a crown court, are you?
Yes, I am.
Are you? Okay. Yeah, so you could get something big.
Yeah, my local.
I thought you were doing it at one of the smaller courts.
No, it's my local crown court. The court in my local town that Pax, you know the name of, is local town Crown Court. That's what
Yeah.
it's called.
Okay. Oh, so your local court is a crown court.
Yes, my
I
local
suppose
court is a crown
yeah,
court.
it kind of makes sense because I'm obviously living this close to Liverpool. Like that's where you go for the big crown court.
Yeah.
Which it's a different setup than when you're a bit more
Yeah, I
sort
mean,
of
an
out of
argument could be
town.
made like London, but London is a big place. I'm far enough out of it that we'd
Yeah,
need a
well, look,
thing.
it's a bit different. Like Liverpool, I technically I'm not in Liverpool, but if I walk up the hill and turn around, I can see Liverpool. So I'm as close to Liverpool as most of the suburbs of Liverpool are. I just happen to be across a river.
Yeah. Elkhorn, can you elaborate what you mean by it's a civic requirement? Because it's a civic requirement here, but
Well, that's what Elcon means. It's the same thing. It's one of those things you get called up unless you've got a very good reason to. You have to do it.
well, yeah, no, but I wasn't sure if Elkhorn, because my parents are marginally older than Elkhorn, and they've never been called, and they only know of a few people who have been called.
Yeah, it's not something that like not everyone gets called. Also, like I can't be called. I think I'll be 50 odd by the time I can be called.
Why?
For reasons.
Okay.
For reasons.
You said reasons, so that told me that it's not something to discuss on stream.
Yeah, there are like, but bear in mind that sort of a lot of our stuff is done by magistrate.
Yeah.
A lot of the smaller stuff, so it's only the sort of medium to large crimes, which there isn't. We're not that big a country. There isn't that many. So it's not something that everyone has to do because there just isn't enough time, and it's effectively a lottery, which is why you've been pulled and your parents haven't.
Interestingly, when I was on Friday, when I was on site at a client's for work, it just came up in passing in reference to something else, and one of the employees of the client was grumbling because her nan, her grandmother has been called twice, and she's never been called, and she really wants to try it, just to get the experience of it. I've just crafted a whole fuck ton of redstone repeaters. I'm not sure I needed them.
Can't actually remember, but I have a vague feeling someone's told me before that you can actually intentionally sign up. Like, you can jump the queue by saying, I would like to do it.
Can you?
I think so. As I say, I might be talking rubbish here because it's just a vague recollection I'm having of a conversation. But I have a vague recollection that you can.
Where are my buckets? Ah, because that slime block has moved my powdered snow again. Ah!
Yeah, yeah. Totally just got jump scared by my phone. Yeah, it'd be very unlikely someone would get called 3 times here.
Mm.
And yes, that is obviously the reason. I just didn't want to say it out loud, Mythical.
Yeah, I think I crafted a whole fuck ton of redstone repeaters that I don't actually need yet.
Welcome to my world.
I think it's weird how they choose who they're calling though, because Elk's been called 3 times. I've never been called. Like,
I mean, how
so
do
I've
they
never had to
choose?
serve.
Do you know how they choose it?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because the UK is based on, you have to be on the electoral register. But is everyone on the electoral register by default, Pags?
Sorry, I missed what you were talking about there.
Well, I'm just thinking, because to get called in the UK...
Sorry, can you just ask the question again? I might be able to answer. I just didn't hear the question.
Is everyone enrolled on the electoral register by default?
No, you have to get on the electoral register. It's you probably would be just because letters get sent to your house that like your parents will fill out for you. So you'll end up on the electoral register very easily.
Well, no,
It's just literally
I was handed the letter and said, this is to get enrolled on the electoral register, Hunter. Nearly said my IRL name, but
yeah,
that's
but
a secret. Fill it out!
yeah, well, that isn't like, for example, when I did it, I didn't actually have to do anything. I just found out I'd been put on it because the letter came through, which was list all the people who should be on the electoral register in your household, and I got put on it.
I see.
It wasn't just specifically for me. It could have changed, as I say. It's been a while since I was 18.
I don't remember exactly, but I remember that I was... Look, I had to do something to do with it, but it might have been there were questions that my mum wasn't sure of the answers to, so she asked me.
Oh, it's definitely changed if there was extra questions, because when I got put on it, it was literally list the people and your name was all that was required. Name and your address, but the address was automatic because the letter got sent to you.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was because it was a few years ago now, and it wasn't really important at the time because I wanted to be on the electoral register because I quite like being able to vote.
Yeah, it depends. Like from what I've been told, like one of my friends who's very, very liberal, got called and basically was told to go away for all intents and purposes because they had too extreme views of everything that were being called for.
Oh.
Um,
Now I want to know what their views were.
Just very liberal views, just like, the whole system's broke, man, sort of views. Like
full on
the
hippie.
entire, well, kind of, that was the wording I used, but it's more like, they didn't even agree with the court system, sort of liberal like.
I mean, I
I
made a
think it's
joke
all
to a
a
friend
way
about
of
all
like.
cops are bad, but it was very clearly a joke. Based
Yeah,
on
but that's the sort of thing that this person I'm talking about would have said to people
in
like,
the waiting room. They were
in
just chanting, all
seriousness
cops are bad! All cops are bad!
to the officials. I don't agree with the legitimacy of the courts, things like that. and therefore they basically got told that you're not required to go home.
You're not required. Please get out now before you start a riot.
I doubt it was that harsh, but
No, I doubt it was that harsh, but it would have been funny if
they're,
it
they're a
was.
fairly nice person. They've just got some views.
They've just got some views. I like that. They've just
Yeah,
they just
they
happen to have some views.
yeah, they do. They're very views.
Did you just say very views? Very
Yes,
views.
very views.
Much
Sorry,
wow.
the bandwidth in my brain right now is kind of low. I
Is
am
it now?
listing product. I'm listing products.
I hadn't picked up on the fact that your brain bandwidth was low. Like that had not occurred to me. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm
I don't mind. I
mostly
will
just,
say silly things on the internet.
to be perfectly honest, I'm just mostly looking forward to 2 weeks off work. And yes, before anyone says anything, I know that if I get dismissed from the court, I'm supposed to go into work. But work don't know that I've been dismissed from the court.
Is that what I said? Very views. Okay. Maybe my bandwidth was a little bit lower than I thought.
Yeah, we need to clip that just for what Pax said.
I mean, I'll ask someone else to do it because A, I'm streaming, and B, I don't know how the clip system works on Twitch. And I'm being serious there. I
For
don't also
me,
know how to
often
make a
it
clip.
doesn't.
I'm out of rockets. I am no longer out of rockets.
Hey, it's still making comparatives with me. That really looks like it's caught up a little bit.
I've just started placing comparators.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got a bit better than it was. Mind you, I turned off the VPN. That's probably why.
What are these comparators reading? Oh, that's
the
what.
yeah,
Sorry.
the block behind
Yeah.
the block behind them is just a pass through, so it's reading those droppers.
Yeah. No, that was me being a bit of a dunce.
You're gonna have to get you a cone.
I am hoping I get released from the courthouse for the day a few times, just because then I can come home and play Minecraft.
When my housemate got called, he was like home every day at like 2:30, 3.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
He got called for a major crime thingy.
Okay.
Um,
So not even for like petty thievery or a good bandit raid.
nope. It was armed robbery something.
Okay.
You may be able to tell. I can't remember all the details.
I mean, I had a hunch. It was just a hunch, though.
I remember him telling me about it. It was very interesting at the time, but it was like 8 years ago.
Yeah. Not recent history then.
No. Right.
Oh bloody hell!
Unless I
I've just
call my
looked at the I've
parents,
looked at the
housemates,
year
no.
done the -8 thing and just thought about where I was 8 years ago.
Yeah. I have a vague idea of where you would have been.
I mean, my age is not difficult to figure
I
out.
can't do that math.
-10 and add 2.
Yeah, that would be the easier way to do it, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is traditionally the easier way to do it.
All right, at least I'm not saying very views, whatever.
Throws it right
Was
back
the
in
height,
face.
very views was the height of discourse, you know.
Was it now? Was it really? In all seriousness, yeah, that's how I tend to do a lot of number stuff. Is how can I make 10 be involved?
Yeah, I do too. I just am tired and mathing is too hard at the moment.
I'm pretty good at mental maths, but I take weird shortcuts all over the place. Some of which make sense, like, take 10, add 2. Some of which make absolutely no sense to other people, and I used to get in trouble for in school. They're like, you got the right answer, but you didn't work it out the right way. Like,
I don't understand
but
that. I'm
I'm
just like,
but I'm
but I
getting the
worked
right
it
answer.
out. Surely how I got there is irrelevant.
It happened a lot. I was I had issues in school with maths. I was
Only with maths?
very good at math. I had other issues, but that's another. Again, we'll talk about issues off stream. But where maths is concerned, I was much better at maths than where I was placed in maths would have you would make you think, because I couldn't do it the traditional way. And I don't know if it's changed at all, but then it was like very much you have to do it our way, otherwise you're bad at maths, even if you can get all the right answers.
Which
Yeah,
again,
And then I would walk.
it's still the same because my boys have trouble with that too. They get the right answers, but they didn't show their work, so they lose points for not showing their work, even though the answer was correct.
I don't know if it's different.
That's the other thing. I used to do things in my head that they said you couldn't do in your head, and therefore I cheated. That happened several times, and then I would have to prove that I could do it.
Again, what?
Yeah, I did multiple times. I really didn't get on with my maths teacher.
I can't say I'm surprised. I mean, my sister hated maths, even though she was good at it. But that's just because she hated maths. But both of us, both me and her, had problems with some subjects. We were good at the subject, but we did not like the subject at all. In some cases.
That's what I was like in chemistry. Was it chemistry? Biology, sorry. I was okay at chemistry, but I was very good in biology, and I constantly got very high marks. But I really didn't like biology.
But again, understanding of the process outcome. But if I have a different method that to me works better, why would I want the process that doesn't work for me? Because evidently that process is not the most efficient and effective process for me.
I can understand them saying this is the way we like to do it, but if they sat down and actually listened to the way that I was calculating it, it would have made sense to them. Like I wasn't doing magic. There's still a mathematical process.
No, it was
they
magic.
just didn't.
It wasn't the method they
It
wanted
was
you to use,
magic.
so it was magic.
But the thing is that my maths teacher was very much like, there's one way to do maths, and it's my way. And I was like, I don't have the same brain that you and a lot of these people have, and this is the way my brain wants to do it. I could do it their way if I needed to. I just
didn't like it.
Suppose there was a streak of stubbornness there that might have been.
You were stubborn?
Never.
I never saw that coming.
Not Pax.
I have a feeling people can see my stubbornness more than I think they can.
What I loved there was the really obvious sarcasm from the two other tism-riddled people in the chat. And yes, I did just describe us both as tism-rizzled.
Hey, Scott.
It's fine.
Hey, Scott, how's that affair going? Just Pax at the back of the class, waving their pencil around and saying some magic spell in math class.
Have I got my own Chat GPT clone going on here?
Have you got your own Chat GPT clone? What?
Yeah, Elcon said using Chat MPX.
Oh.
Which I assume is Minipex. I could be wrong.
Thank you for the Scotsman shout out. I didn't even realise Scotsman had his own command, apparently.
You didn't? You must have put it in.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm surprised that I didn't know about it.
Mind you, Cosmic could have put it in. You're still using Nightbot, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm still using Nightbot, so it could have been Cosmic, and I think it also could have been Elcorn. So very mod sometimes. It's my own bot. Seriously, Scott, did you just ask me how I didn't know something? The only
Hey,
way
they
I
don't
know how
even
to
know how to
flirt
place
is by
barrels
rizzing them
properly.
with the tism.
That was flirting?
No. God, I hope not.
I was going to say I've been doing it wrong and I haven't even been trying.
Yeah. I don't think any of us should be giving directions on that.
What, on flirting?
Yes.
Don't know what you mean.
I'm the only person here who hasn't successfully got a partner. So not that I've been trying, admittedly, but you know, you've had some success somewhere.
Yeah. J Price has had the most success.
It depends how you measure success, I suppose. I have a feeling that came across different than what I meant.
Yes, I think it did.
It is my 17th wedding anniversary today, but you know,
happy
it's
anniversary.
fine.
Hang on, why are you on voice chat with us? Go and celebrate your wedding anniversary. Apologies for the
It's
I'm
also
not doing
like
anything.
middle of the day.
Are you doing anything this evening?
No.
Why not?
Because it's Sunday.
So?
Sunday.
And that's that small thing of we have 4 children.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no.
I
Happy
meant in this
anniversary
chat,
to you.
Scots. In the voice chat.
I would argue about the only person here without a partner part. Yeah,
I wouldn't.
no.
I wouldn't have don't have the foggiest about half the people who have been in chat. If
Yeah,
I'm
like
actually, people who are in chat now, I've got a fairly good idea of.
Yeah, the active chatters at the moment, I know who is and isn't partnered up, but that's it.
I've lost a bag.
You-
How have I lost a
Well,
dragon
that's
dice
what
bag?
happens when you're single. I'm sorry, that was a bit rude.
Really?
What?
What do you think happens when you're single? You atrophy? That's not a biological process, and if that happens to you when you're single, you might want to go and have that checked.
You can tell Hunter was sick recently as they're like rasping.
Broke Hunter.
I think Hunter does these things to themselves, honestly.
I'm not going to argue with that.
I do walk into it a lot. Yeah. I'm still recovering from that. Unfortunately, that very long-lasting snotty part of the cold. If that was TMI, I don't care. You know what you signed up for when you showed up here.
You even signed a disclaimer.
I didn't sign a disclaimer.
You
did.
did.
You just didn't
don't
realise you did.
remember it.
Oh, all right.
No, but in all seriousness, yeah, I was wheezing and I didn't want you guys to have to listen to the ensuing coughing. I do apologise.
Still good.
Okay. Before I broke myself, what were we talking about?
Deflating bags when you're
yeah.
single, apparently.
Why would you?
You're welcome. Hey, I've hardly spoken to people for 2 weeks. This is what you get.
Where?
Oh. Honestly. Don't. Just don't.
Don't
I will
what?
try not to.
Well, in
I do
Pax's
not
case,
promise.
be themselves.
But we like Pax.
I mean, true.
Apparently, like me when I'm not behind an 18+ wall.
Well, it's not so much the fact that you're behind the 18+ wall, it's the fact that you're behind the 18+ wall but haven't interacted for 2 weeks. The problem is, as you can hear, it's very hard for me to stop once I've got started. Like, I've been fine most of stream, but the moment I get reduced like that, hello Scots,
That's good.
I struggle to stop it
Hello.
again, which is weird. Um,
No, it makes sense.
Now I can hear Hunter better.
hello. Was I quiet?
Sorry about that.
You are on your stream.
Oh,
You're actually quieter than everyone else.
why has no one said
I
anything?
wonder, has your mic been lowered down? Because I had to turn you up in chat when you first joined as well.
I haven't touched my mic settings. My mic has
I thought
no.
I thought it was just I was on my phone earlier, so I couldn't hear you, but apparently it was not that.
My microphone is on 0 decibels. My Minecraft audio is on -10 decibels. So microphone's
good.
at max, and game audio is being turned down because I could see
Did
that
it?
I'm barely hitting the yellow, and when Jay Price was speaking, she was coming right into the yellow. That could just be.
Yellow's not bad.
Yellow
You
is
should
low.
No, I know.
You should be in the yellow when you're talking.
But my point is, I'm only just hitting the yellow, my own voice.
Yeah. Sounds like it's turned down.
So,
It's okay to game, but I turned you up like 150%. So
yeah, I don't know. Addy is finding audio is fine.
Weird.
Yeah,
mind you, Twitch is weird with the audio
yeah.
settings. Everyone, like, if you're wearing headphones versus speakers, you get completely different sound.
Is Pax sounding a bit crackly to anyone else?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I was processing a load of photos, so my RAM was full.
Fair enough. Right.
Because someone forgot to press the publish button.
Sounds like it's me, but I'm on phone and we have robot Pax.
Yeah, it's fine. Shouldn't be robot now. I finished processing.
The concept of PAX finishing processing feels very PAX-ish.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I should probably process some more, judging by some of the things I've said in today's chat.
Yeah, possibly. Right. Thank you everyone for coming. I am going to wrap the stream up there. But it's coming up to 10:30. I have possibly a long day tomorrow. I have no idea. My mum has cautioned me to. It is a 15-minute drive to the car park nearest the courthouse. My mum has advised that I leave an hour and 15 minutes before the time I'm supposed to be there because of how bad the rush hour traffic is.
Lovely.
That sounds extreme, but I don't know your area, so maybe.
I think she's being a little extreme because
Like, that would be extreme for driving into the centre of Liverpool in rush hour.
I think she's being extreme as well. Now,
Yeah, that seems like a lot.
I can get in trouble if I'm not there on time, and that can mean, and they do say because of the delay due to getting processed through security, we advise you to arrive early. They don't open the door until 9. So there's no point me queuing there from 9, because they don't open the door until 9. But I am aware of how bad the rush hour traffic gets in our town. It is not. It's not that there's a lot of cars, it's that the roads are badly set up.
Yeah, it's a town made for carts.
Yes.
Like my local town.
Yes.
There's one road that was made for cars. All the others were made for carts.
Yeah, there's a bit of that involved. Yeah, and also just all like where there's roundabouts that go in multiple different ways and things like that. They were built by someone who had no idea how to drive. Built by someone
Probably
who'd
at a
been
time,
shown a
probably at a
video.
time when there was a third the number of cars on the road as well.
Yeah. That I can believe for certain. But yeah, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
I have built a stable and put all my camels and my horse in it. These mushrooms are going to go somewhere else. And I made a bit more progress on here, on my storage system, and I was broken successfully. So thank you for that.
Woo.
Thank you, Pax, J Price, and Scotsman towards the end for joining me. I do appreciate the company. And thank you everyone in chat who bitsed, who subbed, who streaked. I love you all. I don't actually. I'm so out of it at the moment. I don't know who is live. Oh, that
Oops.
might be a good one.
Griff,
I need to mute that.
Bruno.
I think there was someone streaming
Calendar.
earlier who I saw had gone live, but has since ended. So I'm tempted to raid Griffin Prime because I haven't raided him for a while. I don't think. I don't actually know when I last raided him.
He's wearing a Christmas hat.
He is wearing a Christmas. Well, it is December 1st. I decorated my bedroom today.
I've still got my pumpkin. It's now a Christmas pumpkin.
That's good.
I haven't gotten my fall stuff put away yet, so
I don't really
I'm
have
with you, Pax.
full stuff. Need to get some. Thank you for the Discord command, Elcorn. There will be a VODs command shortly. There is also Bang Sky, which gives you a link to my Blue Sky, which in the new year I will actually start posting stream alerts on. Just not at the moment because my streams are so sporadic that I forget.
I just signed up for that for business today.
Oh, nice. I need to follow it on it.
Well, I don't think you can yet. I
can
literally haven't done anything. I
Okay.
literally just got the name.
Okay.
It'll be on my
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 VODs.
timeline thing. Whatever.
Maybe I'll sort them out next weekend. I make myself laugh. I'm going to send you on a raid to Griffin Prime. Red message, #HunterRaid, howling at the moon. Thank you, everyone, for coming along. I do appreciate you putting up with these random streams. And I will... Elcorn put a question mark in chat. And I have no idea what the question mark was for.
Me either.
And I need Elcorn to clarify the question mark. Because that's going to bug me now. I'm still waiting for stream to catch up, so Elcorn actually knows.
I'm wondering if Elcorn put the raid command in and it didn't come up or something. Because that would make sense given all the other commands.
Discord, Sky, and VODs all worked. Then question mark. I'm not seeing raid until further down.
Neither am I, but I'm wondering if that's what the question mark was for. Maybe Elcorn drove through a patch of bad reception or something briefly. Or something.
No, Elcorn, I don't think I mentioned you. If I did, I was talking about you, not to you. I'm joking. I'm joking, Elcorn. I love you. Anyway, #HunterRaid, howling at the moon is the raid message with your hype emotes of choice. I will see you folks all at some point in the mysterious wilderness of the flat circle that is time. Until then, good night.
Bye.